In the previous video in this series, we covered how to use Aquro's cloud database to synchronize data automatically in between an app and the cloud. Data synchronization is very handy and easy to use, but there might be cases when you'd rather have more direct control over the data and be able to manipulate it inside the cloud database. In this video, we'll use the same app we've been working on before, so it is recommended that you viewed the previous videos. In any event, let's get started by setting the scope for this video. In it, we're going to create a new collection of data stored in the Aquro Cloud database. In this collection, we'll store employees with customers by using direct calls to the Aquro Cloud database. As in the previous videos, I've prepared our app by creating the UI for our new pages, just to save us some time. For this video, I've just had to create one page, the Add Employee page, where we're able to type in the name, title, and email for an employee. This is information that we'll store in the cloud database in this video. Let's jump into action and start creating a data model for our employees. I'll call this model Employee Model and add fields for the name, title, and email. Finally, I'll also add a field called Company ID, which will be used to associate the employee to the company he's currently at. Once the model is saved, I can head over to the development area and go into the cloud database. Now, we'll create a database collection that will be stored in the cloud without being directly synchronized to any data in the app. Go ahead and create that collection now by clicking Add Collection. I'll set employees as the name, and I'll choose the employee model as the data model. This collection can be configured with different permissions, but for this app, we'll just leave it in the default settings, which are that the owner of the data will be the only one who can view, edit, or delete it. With the collection set up, let's open up the View Company page and configure the button on the page to go to our Add Employee page. I'll use the Page Load coding block to load the Add Employee page, and I'll use the Select Company.id property and set this as the past ID. With this, we can later use this value to identify which company this user was added into. When done, I'll save the page and head over to the Add Employee page. I'll just go ahead and edit the script for the button now. To save an item to our cloud collection, I can use the Cloud Database Insert coding block. First, I'll need to specify which collection I'll insert this data into. Therefore, I'll choose the Employee collection. Once that's set, I've got the option to specify the values of these fields, so I'll begin by adding the values from the text boxes, and then I'll map the past ID to the company ID. With this configured, I can close the configuration window and once again use the Page Load coding block to load the View Company page. To this page, I'll send back the past ID to be the same value as the past ID was on this page, which is the ID of the selected company. When that's done, I can close all these windows and save the page. Let's go ahead and test out the new functionality in our app. When I save the employee, I'm taken back to the page viewing the company, so let's head over to the database and see what actually happened. If I open the collection, we'll see that our new information has in fact been saved to the database. Perfect. In the next video, we'll go through how to query the databases stored in Aquro's cloud and how you can view this data in your app.